Today, I'm going to build my own PC with these products that I have unboxing videos. First things comes first, so I'm going to install the CPU cooler mounter on the motherboard. And first thing you need to do is just flip the motherboard, and now you can see the 4 holes here. So direction is sort of important. So I'm going to install the CPU cooler mount in this direction. And once you are done, just flip the motherboard. Then now you can see the 4 holes again on the front side. So we are going to tighten the screws that come with a CPU cooler. Do not tighten really hard here because you don't want to give a pressure on the motherboard. So my recommendation here is do not use your tool for tightening the screws. Next thing we want to do here is to install the CPU on the motherboard. So first thing you need to do is press here and lift it up. And next thing you want to do is to remove the cover here. And do not throw it away because when you reinstall the CPU later, you want to cover the motherboard with that. As you can see here, there is a triangle, and here also there is a triangle, and there is a dot, and there is a dot here. So do not touch these parts because there are very important pins that you don't want to mess up with. And I'm going to install CPU finally and put the CPU and close the cover like this. And CPU installation is done. And next thing I want to do is to change the location of the fan here to the upper part. This is mainly because I want to install the CPU cooler at this side and GPU cooler at the upper side. And later, I want to do a two-way SLI for the GPU configuration. In there, I want to put another GPU cooler in the upper side. However, right now, I just put this fan to the upper side. And later, I want to change it to the GPU cooler. So I have untied the screws here. The orientation here is really important. So just keep the same orientation. For this case, two fans installed in the front take the air from the outside to the inside, CPU cooler here, and GPU cooler here, and take the air from inside to the outside. So I would like to have this fan also take the air from inside to the outside. Thus, I would like to have the same orientation for the fan as it was when I installed the fans on the upper side. The relocation of the fan is done. Before put the motherboard on the case, I would like to install the pins to support the motherboard. That pins comes with a case, as you can see here. Almost all of the pins you need to have comes with a case. So here I'm trying to find the pins for the motherboard's setup. I found the 7 pins here for mounting the motherboard on the case. So why 7? Okay, as you can see here, 2 pins are already installed here and here. So you just need to install the last part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you need to have the 7 pins. So I'm going to install like one by one here. It was really difficult to tighten the pins here, so I just went out to buy this tool. So, and then I was like able to manage the installation of the pins. And for the GPU installation later, like we need to take this out so that you can install the GPU easily. Next thing I would like to do here is to put the input and output shield. So let me show you the front side. And here, and okay, so the direction here is really important. I'm going to put like with this direction and push hard enough to get it installed. And the installation of the input and output shield is done. And next thing I would like to do is to put the motherboard into here. And first thing you need to do is to find these 9 screws that come with a case. And I'm going to put the motherboard here. And as I explained before, there are 9 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 9 holes will go to the 9 pins that are sitting on the case. And finally installed the motherboard here. However, I have not tightened the screws enough, so I'm going to tighten the screws like one by one. And my general recommendation here is the do not like tighten the screws like really hard at the beginning, like kind of doing like one by one, because like that activity, I mean that like behavior will put a lot of pressure at a like small spot on the motherboard, which might cause a problem to the motherboard. The installation of the motherboard on the case is done.